Now that we have a default template, we are going to simplify and improve the HTML code. We will add a title that appears in the browser bar above the page. In line 1, the only part of this code that we need is doctype HTML. What we can do is highlight the rest of it from public all the way to DTD, including the speech marks, and simply delete these with the backspace key. Notice we leave the closing angle bracket, which is a greater than sign. We can also remove the XMLNS, so delete that, but again leave the closing angle bracket. Move back inside the angle bracket and add lang equals an EN for English. Notice when we pressed equals, a list pops up that allows us to choose only valid items. HTML tags always come in pairs. So HTML here matches up to closing HTML at the end. Body matches with closing body, which uses a backslash to close. Head with backslash head to close. And in general, all of the pairs of tags will have an opening and closing matching tag. We're going to add a title tag. So we type a less than sign to open an angle bracket, and a list of possible tags appears. We can double click to choose title. But notice, since we haven't closed it, we're getting a yellow and red warning about problem tags. Type a closing angle bracket, and title is automatically closed as a pair by expressions. You type your information between the opening and closing pair of tags. Here I'm putting the name of my website that will appear in the browser bar. We should save our work at this point by going to File and choosing Save All. This is something you should do on a regular basis to update any pages you have been working on. At the moment our page is blank, but we will now begin to add some content to the page. So we are finished editing the head, and we're going to create some sections of an HTML5 page layout. This consists of different parts such as the header, a navigation bar, a sidebar, articles or sections, and a footer at the bottom of the page. Although we can see these here as a single tag, they will always be put in pairs. So you're going to add some information. This is really placeholder information that we will replace with real information later on. It must all go inside the pair of body tags. So in the code section, go between the opening and closing body tag, and we're going to start to add new pairs of tags. Open an angle bracket and start to type header. Notice the list pops up to help you spell correctly, and when you close the angle bracket, it automatically closes the pair. You always type your information between the pairs of tags. In this case, you should put a title that will appear in the page at the top. It doesn't have to be the same as the title in the head part, and should perhaps be relatively short. So I'm putting Mr. Morton's Premium Pet Shop. We're also going to add a nav section below the header, and this is a list of links across the page that will be used to access each category of things that we sell. So in this case, between the opening and closing nav tags, I'm going to add categories go here, or category links here. At the side of our page, we will have a sidebar. So we put in a pair of aside tags, and between these, we say that we will put our other links. The main part of the page we will treat as an article. This is a self-contained story. So we open an article tag, it will automatically close, and we'll put as a placeholder, main content goes here. And finally, at the bottom of the page, we will place a footer, and the footer naturally is at the bottom. Now we're going to resave our page, but this time we're going to choose Save As and give it a different name. Instead of default, we're going to call this page our template. So Save As, Template, and as a web page, click on Save, and we've then updated our content. Notice in the WYSIWYG design view, we can see each section, which is one above the other, and when we click on them, a helpful tag pops up to say which section we're